This is a demonstration of how to use the Triplog software. Now, this is mandatory to use this software if you have a DOT vehicle. And we have several locations that have them. For example, I'll read off the list of the vehicles, the locations that have DOT vehicles. Now, at the time of this recording anyway, it could change, of course, in the future. But there's a DOT vehicle at IGC in New Berlin. There's a shuttle there. Also, Norris Home in Greater Milwaukee area has a shuttle and a transit. They're both DOT vehicles. St. Isidore has a transit. A shuttle. Lourdes has a shuttle. Dower has a wheelchair minivan, which is DOT. Tal has a side lift transit, which is DOT. And Golden Options uses a shuttle. So, and anytime you transport a client for any reason, anywhere, that transport needs to be recorded in the Triplog software. So that's the purpose of this video, is to demonstrate to you how to use that software. So I will, now in order to start the software, you open any browser and type in triplog.org, triplog.org, and that takes you to the application. Now, if you're using a tablet that was supplied by St. Coletta, there's probably an icon on that tablet for Triplog. If not, you can get there this way just by opening a browser and typing in triplog.org. Also, this works on your cell phone. If you're using a cell phone, open a browser, do the same thing, and it'll come up just like this. Now, I want to make this screen zoom in because this. Okay, I've gone full screen here just so you have a larger image. This application itself is designed to fit on a cell phone or larger. So it's a pretty small screen when it comes up. What it's asking for first is the PIN number, and it's the standard PIN number for logging into the iPads. Just looks like this. All right, when it comes up, here's the application. Now, there's two ways to use this application. One is if you're just taking a client on a med trip, for example. You're going to take one client. It's not something you do every day. It's just something, maybe you do it every day, but it's not the same client every day. I know it's a lot of med trips, but I will first demonstrate how to use the Triplog for a med trip. And you'll see here that there's a start button, a pause button, and an end button. To start a med trip, you just click the start button, and it's going to remind you that anytime you stop, it wants you to press the pause button. Now, what happens when you press start is it records where you are. It records the time and the location, physical address of where you pick the person up, or you're starting the trip anyway. Next, it wants to know who you are, so you can key in the first few characters of your name, and it should pop up. Now, if it does not pop up, that means you're not in the database. So you need to call transportation and get your name added to the employee database. All right. Anyway, mine is there. So, and it wants to know the vehicle you're taking. So I'll just say vehicle 100. Every vehicle has a number, so you can look and see what it is. And the purpose of the trip. It's got to be one of these purposes, either for employment, education, training. If it's a med trip, then it's medical. We'll just say medical. So that's it. That orients the software to who you are and what vehicle you have and the purpose of the trip. The next thing is to add the clients on board. We'll just, and the same thing here, you key the first few characters of the person's name, and it'll display a list of people who satisfy that search, and you pick them. And as soon as you pick them, it generates a little writer record down here. It's got the name and a couple of icons here for doing other things. Normally, for a med trip, you only take in one person. well, I'll add another one just to demonstrate some other things. So we got 2 clients on there. It keeps them, it numbers them, and has a record for each one, so you can drop them off at different places if you're going to be doing that. But anyway, the concept here is now that we've identified ourselves and the vehicle and loaded some clients on board, we can go to the doctor's office or wherever we're going for the medical appointment. And when we get there, we press pause. Now, what pause does is it records where you're stopping, the address, time, and date where you're stopping. So we've got it all in the database. Then when the appointment is over, you press resume. And then, of course, you'll take them back to wherever you picked them up, probably, but you can take them to a different place. That's all right. But whenever you get to where you're going to drop them off, you just press the drop button, and it'll record the location where you drop that person. We'll just drop them both to the same place. Now that they're all off of the vehicle, we can press the end button, and it'll record the date and time that you ended the route and where you ended it, and everything's done. So that's how you use the Triplog to record a med trip. And I want to start it again and show you other things. If it's not a med trip, it can be anything, of course. If it's select the same old vehicle again, and the purpose will be social recreation. Maybe we're taking a few clients someplace. Okay, we're taking not a med trip, but we're taking maybe Jerry Bent somewhere and dropping him off. So we will stop and then drop him off and keep going to where we're going to take Sue and drop her off. Then when we get back to our original location or wherever we're going to be ending the trip, we press the end button. All right. Now you notice we didn't need to use the pause button that time because we only have to use the pause button if we're going to stop at a location to have the client do something like have a med trip, and then take off again with the same client. So it would resume. So if it's a med trip, you start and then you pause when you get there, and you resume when they're done. Take them back to the location and then end. If it's not a med trip, then you just take them somewhere. Then it's different. You don't use the pause button. So okay, so that is it for the basic med trip. Let me show you now some things that you can do with this software. Just as a in case the issues arise. Let's just load some more different people. Well, we got Benny. We got the same 2 people, but I just want to explain these other icons. This map icon, you press it, and it will enable you to change the location. For example, you pick somebody up and then you forgot to record it in the Triplog. You can press that little map icon and change the date and time and location, actually, of where you picked them up. So if you forgot to enter it, you can enter it later. It's a little more difficult to enter it later, but you can do it if you need to. Same thing with the stop location. You can, if you drop them off and forgot to record it, you can go back later and fill in the missing address here. All right. Also, you can, if you load somebody on and it's a mistake, you can press the delete button, and it'll confirm that you want to delete, and it'll just get rid of them. Another thing, if you've get things loaded and get it all messed up, and you just want to start over, you can press the abort. The abort button here will let you just wipe everything clean the from where you started and start all over. That'd be fine. Also, if you're going to someplace where you don't know where it is, you can key in the address here. Key in the address and then press this little map icon, and it'll get into GPS and direct you to that place, turn by turn directions. All right. Okay, that is that. Now I'll just abort. Now the other way of using Triplog is there are some homes like Norris that takes clients to IGC and other places every day. Every morning they load up several clients and take them there, and in the afternoon they pick up the same clients and bring them back home. So that is regularly scheduled trips that are predefined in the database. So if you take, if you're a location like Norris who does that, we will get the information for your trips and predefine routes for you to run. So I'm going to demonstrate how to run one of those now. So those are obtained from this button at the bottom. Now, this video you're watching can be accessed from this little video start button right here. So if you want to watch the video again or have somebody else watch it, it's available there. But let's get into the regular trips here. And once you identify yourself, and it'll pull up a listing of the routes. Now we only have two defined right now. It's for Norris AM and Norris PM, but this is what it looks like. If we click on the AM, we'll just run the AM, and if you click on the route, the start button will appear. Then you click on the start button, it'll initialize the route. It wants to know which vehicle you're going to be driving. I'll just give it a valid vehicle number and then close. And this is where it starts. It'll load the route for you to execute it, basically. It lists all of the stops on the left and all of the riders that you're going to be picking up on the right. And as soon as you pick a stop, like the first one here, it will list the riders that you should be picking up at that stop. So you can, as you pick them up, you click the pick button. And as they get on. So this records the fact that you picked them up. All right. That's the next stop on this route is Norris. You got quite a few people to pick up there. Now, a more efficient way of doing it, rather than clicking pick for each one that gets on, is if somebody's not going to ride that morning and you know they're not going to ride, just pick no pick. All right. So we got two people who are not going to be riding, but everybody else is. So we can click the word all up here, click the all button, it'll just pick everybody up for you. That's a little faster that way. All right. So let's go to the next stop. And these are the locations where we're going to be dropping people. We got a lot of people to drop at IGC, and they're all going to be getting off, so we can just pick the all button, click all button, and it'll just drop them all real quick. And then get another person that didn't get on, I guess, so they weren't picked. And the route is done. So everybody we picked up, we've dropped off, and we're done for the day, or at least for this route. So we click the end button. Now it's very important to click the end button, because if you don't click the end button, none of this information gets recorded. That's what causes it to get recorded. All right, so let's click the end button, and there we go. So it goes back to the pin, asking for the pin number. And that's how you run a route. All right. Thank you very much. If you have any questions about executing any of this software, please give me a call.